So another feel good Friday, and today we're talking about making money whilst you sleep. It's one of those essential things, I think, especially for small businesses, that it's just not relying on you, as in you, to do every single thing. My accountant in the early days said to me, Mark, you're like a funnel. You need everything to go through you. So basically, you're restricting how the business can grow, and you're restricting everybody else doing things. Because I got a little bit of, retention on what I wanted to actually oversee everything. And then during the course of time, I realized what he was on about was that really, if I kept a hold of every piece of the string, as it were, there was no way that it could develop. I was lucky enough that my wife, Debbie, basically, she was running all the administration. She was running on all the viewings, so I could concentrate on the marketing and the photography and the business development of the brand. But again, if we were looking to increase sessions, because there was only one of me, especially if I was out on weddings or I was out on commercial photography, really the studio laid empty. So I soon realized that I had to actually be bringing in others. We're not on about that today, but I just want to give you an idea of kind of how myself was hanging on to the business too tight. I was choking it and not allowing it to actually really have a big breath. In other words, really grow and everything else with it. So I began to actually look at ways that I could develop my business then and future. And I became an early adopter of a lot of things where I felt that they could be applied into the business. I mean, stupidly, a fax machine. I know it sounds absolutely ridiculous today, but in our commercial photography, if we were dealing with solicitors, which we were, and we were dealing with likes of big companies, Welsh Water, British Steel, and so on, I needed to be able to kind of zip things across instantly for quotes and so on with it. Plus, if we were pitching for a job, pretty much everything arrived on a fax machine. So when we spent 500-600 quid on a fax machine, Debbie said, what are we doing that for? But then she soon realized within about 3 or 4 weeks the power of the fax machine about making us an up-to-date business. So today we're really on about being an up-to-date business and using the tools that are available to us for almost no cost, so that you can basically allow your business to grow and to make money whilst you sleep. Excuse me. So I've got 5 things, and they are a bit of a task for you, whether you're applying them all this week or you're going to choose one of them, and for the next 5 weeks you're going to try and put them in place and things. Okay. Stop the procrastination and actually start actioning is my best advice for you for everything that I talk about on these Feel Good Fridays, because at times we're trying to do too many things and we don't get the one done right. Okay, so these 5 little tasks to make money whilst you sleep, I hope you'll be able to apply. Some of you will be able to apply them quickly, some of them will take a little bit more time, and so on. So first of the 5 things to do is allow clients to book a session online without a human being. Oh my gosh, you say, look, you're all about the experience, Mark, you talk about it and everything else. It means that I've got to touch base with every one of my clients. I like to chat with them about their photography and what they want and so on with it. Well, yeah, it doesn't mean we're going to stop the human from speaking to them. It means that if they kind of go onto your website, or you go from an offer from Facebook or Instagram or whatever it is at 10 o'clock on a Friday night or a Saturday night, then they at least have the opportunity to there and then make the decision to book in or not. And, I still see so many photographers with booking forms, contact pages and everything else. At the end of the day, if you're explaining what you basically do, so let's say you offer 5 different types of photography, maternity, newborn, baby, teen, family, I think that was 5. Then basically all you need to do is actually have a diary that will accommodate 5 of those sessions, in other words. So in other words, if you're doing a newborn, best time for that is going to be, you know, in the AM. The same with the preschoolers. Maternity anytime. Teen has got to be after school or half term. Family can only ever be on a Saturday. So you can create quite easily a automated diary for the client to go, okay, I want to see what availability they have. I'm going to click on the link, and from there, I'm going to at least see what is available. Of course, if you don't want to tightly control the diary like I'm on about, in other words, the different time slots for different kind of genres, then you might have one blanket diary. But as I talk about with many of my photographers, make sure you have a real diary. So in other words, if your business is based on 5 sessions a week, only have 7 or 8 slots at the most, have control, yes. But what the first point is find some way to use an automated booking system on your website that they can actually go off and do it, even if it was Google Calendar, even if it was that, okay? Obviously, that's not what I'm speaking about, but just kind of think about how you can do it. Number 2, have a voucher page. Again, if you're attracting in clients to visit your website, which you should, everything shouldn't be just about visiting a Facebook page or an Instagram page. You know, that's kind of just looking for a tap on your back, making you feel good. Driving traffic to a website is really marketing. And that's what we're trying to achieve. Getting people to fill their information in on a form is what we're trying to get them to do. But we're also trying to actually sell them things, and one of those can be a voucher, especially at this time of year, with approaching Christmas and everything else. If you haven't got a good voucher page in place, and it's one of the things that I talk about a lot with my experience group, one of the main parts of the training during the year is to set up successful marketing and successful setting up of the voucher page as such, because I want vouchers to create between about 5 to 10% of the business as minimum by the end of year 1. And then a lot more than that by the end of year 2 and 3 and so on with it. So create a voucher page that just doesn't have one voucher, that gives the client a choice. So I would say make sure that you have at least 3 voucher values on there. And remember, don't undervalue yourself. Make sure that you include your session fees as well. Run a monthly newsletter. This is one of the things, in fact, I was on about, is future-proofing the business, looking at the technology, looking at what's on trend and trying to get ahead of the trend. So, okay, I'm not a TikToker or all those kind of things, and some of you will love all that and you'll have success with it, and they'll get great reviews and likes and whatever it will be. However, what I'm trying to do is market the business. So if I can just create a link on a website to ensure that the client is basically having the opportunity to sign up to a newsletter. Once they've signed up for that, then basically they're mine until they unsubscribe. And in fact, the great thing about newsletters is that majority of people who receive regular emails don't unsubscribe. People who unsubscribe from an email list are the ones who actually don't get an email from that company very often. And it's not that people are ignoring you, but if you can get around about a 20-25% of an open rate of an email marketing, then that's deemed to be quite successful. Then it's actually trying to make sure that they're linking or clicking to go somewhere else. So on that monthly newsletter could be your booking links, it could have your voucher page links, but make sure you've got something interesting to be talking about. You know, one of the things when I was setting up the experience was to ensure that we had a award system, so that the photographers who are part of the experience have a real way to celebrate their brand and celebrate their photography and celebrate their clients. And that not only are we trying to do that on social media, but we're also trying to actually celebrate it through our monthly news, and of course in the big e-newsletters, which we hope will come out through magazines and newspapers and so on. But run your own monthly magazine newsletter, I should say. Excuse me. I'd encourage you to run a monthly offer. Why? because people just might need an excuse to get around to doing things. So by running a monthly offer, this is going to make a client get on your bus, as it were. We call it onboarding, yeah, when we get details of a client, getting them actually on your bus to either make a purchase, to make a booking, is the key things that we're trying to do. So running a monthly offer will be a way that you can engage with those clients a lot more, to basically just get them to try and get on your bus and things really. And they could be loads of things, you know. Every single week there is something to celebrate in some way. You don't have to wait for the likes of Christmas or Black Fridays or whatever it is to initiate something, but you should be running a monthly offer of some kind, and try and avoid from running just the same offer each month. And the last of my 5 things, it's like, I don't get why the whole industry isn't doing this, but have online galleries for past clients. If you have websites, which you should, which have galleries that people can go and view their images later on. I'm not saying that these should replace face-to-face sales. Many photographers have online galleries for wedding clients and so on, but how much are you trying to force that wedding client or their family or their friends to be purchasing from those online galleries? So once somebody has initially bought from a portrait photography business, let's say, and they've bought in a face-to-face environment, especially if they're buying digitals as a part of what their purchase is, there's no reason at all for you not to open up the galleries for them to be able to kind of go and purchase, post, or share a link with a grandparent, whatever it be. Especially for you photographers who are newborn and basically babies and so on. I'm lucky enough to be a granddad of 5 grandsons. Now, we technically have more money than both our sons have. So it means that if they were to go off to a photographer, which wouldn't surprise me. Anyway, if they went off to a photographer and they were buying something, they would think about buying something for us. But if they're not really engaged into the world of photography, they don't value photography as much, they're not going to be buying anything online. Sorry, they're not going to be buying anything in the viewing room, or they might have spent out on buying for themselves. So the problem with that, then, you're not even giving yourself an opportunity to sell to a bigger audience. So I'd always encourage you, no matter what, to basically have an online gallery option following the face-to-face viewings, if that's what you do. And if you are running the likes of a galleries for clients, then basically, you know, I use SmugMug. Some of you will know that. But if you've got the opportunity to store all the shoot images, the ones that you've selected and finished and basically presented at the viewing, well, they may as well be stored straight away up onto a gallery, even if they're never looked at, even if it's never switched on live. It's basically off-site and it's part of your backup. But the cool thing about it is, if you kind of drag and drop your folder of images that you've shown to clients into your clients' pages online, let's say, like I can do, then basically the benefit is that I can just put it to private, so nobody can see it with me. I can turn it to unlisted, which basically only anybody can see it if I give them a link to go to it, or I can make it open to the public with a password, or I can make it open to the public full stop. So as long as there is a price list available, and you've made it a realistic price list for online, then there's an opportunity for you to make money while you sleep. Look, I hope you're enjoying these kind of feel-good Friday sessions. I would basically choose at least one of these things to initiate for this week to make a difference to your business this week. A monthly newsletter takes a little bit more time, you would think, and things, but you can actually jump straight onto your social media today and create a monthly offer in some way. So you can do it now, okay? As soon as you get off from here, it's option for you to do it. The other things will take a little bit more research and a little bit more to do. I do basically recommend certain products when you join Experience anyway, because we help you to actually put those in place. We don't get any benefit from them, but obviously we just try and get these things in place within the first week or so of you joining the Experience group and things. Hope you've enjoyed today's Feel Good Friday and the 13 steps. Remember, if you'd like to sign up for some of my secrets, as well as to actually see the journey videos, you can go to the experiencegroup.co.uk/experience secrets, or if you just go on to the main page of the experiencegroup.co.uk, you scroll down here, and basically you can either link through from more about us, or just underneath the video you can see Experience secrets there, which will take you off to this page, and you can register to actually get them as well. So hope you've enjoyed today. Next week we're looking at shoot for show and don't apologize for it. See you soon. Take care.